to followers of Christ. Today, you may be a little afraid with the things that have changed in our world and the stay-at-home order and having to do school at home and everything else. You may have a little fear. But today I want to encourage you with an object lesson. Something to think about. Something to help you have faith over fear. Today's object lesson is named Unseen Faith. Today I want to demonstrate how we can see faith. I have two bottles. Both of them look almost identical. There's a little difference in either one of them. And they're both plastic. I want you to see something though. One has a cap on it. That one's going to represent, and it's full of faith. Then you have this other one that is empty with no cap on it, and it has no faith. But look at the one with the cap on it that says faith. You can't see it now, but it's there. But as you can see, with no faith, it's empty besides a little bit of water that's left from where I drank the bottle of water this morning. So think about it. Although faith is not visible, the effects of faith are easy to see. Remember what I said in the beginning. The object lesson is faith over fear, boys and girls. So I put the word fear on my glove so that you could see this demonstration of how faith can overcome fear, but how fear with no faith can be crushed. So let's see. This says no faith. Let's see what happens when fear comes into it. Did you see that? It crushed it. Without faith, when fear comes, we get crushed. But think about this. What about this bottle? That's full of faith. Same thing. Fear comes, it hits, but it flew a little bit, so give me just a second to get it. But look, faith is still there. The bottle is still together. When you have faith and you're full of faith in God, fear cannot overcome it. It cannot crush it, because God is bigger than our fears. With faith, we get strength from our God. Boys and girls, Jesus said this to his disciples. Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith? If you look it up in the Gospel of Mark, chapter 4, verse 40, you found those words. We cannot see faith itself. You can't see what's in this bottle. But what faith produces, we can see quite easily. What does faith produce, boys and girls? Turn to mom, turn to dad, and ask mom and dad. Tell them what faith produces. Ask them what faith produces. We see it produces strength. Produce courage, because that bottle didn't flinch when I went to hit it. It produces a peace of mind. It produces self-control. All things that are found throughout the Bible. We do not need to worry or be afraid of anything when we have faith in Jesus and His power. So, boys and girls, how can your faith, overcome your fear? One of the things I do is I journal. I write down things that God does in my life. And those times when it gets hard and rough and difficult, I go to that journal and I look at things in my past where God has shown Himself faithful and true, and where my faith is overcome. I go to the Bible and I read the stories in the Bible. I read the biblical accounts where people were afraid, but God gave them comfort and peace. So boys and girls, will you have a faith that overcomes fear? I'll see you next time. I hope you enjoyed this weekend's message. Alright, boys and girls, just a moment. I forgot one thing. Miss Vickie has done an activity for you and is going to share with you an activity about exactly what I just shared with you about journaling. as something to be able to record what God is doing in your life, or how you see God right now and the things that God is doing in it. So just hold on for one moment, and Miss Vickie's going to share with you.
A little activity that you can do while you have time is you can get a poster board or a sheet of butcher paper, and at the top put "Look for God's love," and then you can just make some little squares or any kind of little shapes you want, and start thinking about ways that you can find God's love through family, through pets, through abilities, through trees, through creation, any way you can think of that shows God's love, and just kind of put some pictures in the little squares or your little shapes, or you can even draw them. Some of y'all are very artistic because I can see some of your drawings, so you can even draw those up there, and just tell ways that you think you can look for God's love all over this world. I mean, every day you get up, you can find something about God's love. It's just some little activity you can do while you're at home.